What's going on, sports fans? Cardinal Nation, this Comics Bigger TV here once again. So, time for another predictions video as it's this Tuesday night. We have the Cardinals taking on the Atlanta Braves in the first of a 3-game series. And, well, the Atlanta Braves are the best team in baseball, record-wise, and they've hit the most home runs in baseball. And they are led by possibly the MVP of the National League, outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr., who's having an amazing season, a historic season, as he became the first player ever to have 30 home runs and steal 60 bases in a season. And he did that as the Braves face the second best team in the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers, over the weekend, and they, I believe, took 3 of 4 from the Dodgers, possibly a playoff preview. And in Cardinals, we have not played the Braves since the second week of the season, all the way back in April. That was when we first played Atlanta back in St. Louis, back in the very first month of the season, the very first week of the season. That was our second series of the year. They swept us then, and they've been the best team in baseball for the majority of the season. Them and the Tampa Bay Rays have been basically the two best teams in the league for most of the season, and the Baltimore Orioles, who we will also face on this 9-game road trip through Atlanta, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. Braves, like I said, led by Ronald Acuna Jr., as well as the home run leader in the National League, and I believe tied for the Major League League currently, first baseman Matt Olson, with I think 43 home runs, and he's also an MVP candidate, along with Acuna and Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. So just having an amazing season. Favorites to win the World Series, no doubt about that. As their entire starting infield were all all-stars, and so was their catcher, Sean Murphy. They had, I think, 7 all-stars, so they just had a historic and amazing season, and will probably be the top seed in the National League playoffs. Playoffs are just about a month away. And pitching matchup for Game 1 of the series Tuesday, the Cardinals have Miles Mikolas getting a start against Michael Soroka for Atlanta. And Soroka, who had Achilles injury back in the 2020 season and missed all of 21 and 22, and came back in May of this year and has been okay. Soroka was an all-star in 2019 with Atlanta. It's going to be a pretty tough series, facing 3 playoff hopeful teams. The Braves and Orioles pretty much a lock to make the playoffs, while the Cincinnati Reds also have a good chance of making it in the very, very tight National League wild card race. And also, the Cardinals placed reliever Jojo Romero on the 15-day IL with, I guess the injury was unknown currently, but he fortunately is on the IL. So hopefully he'll be back this season. And Matthew Liberatore activated off the IL And Steven Matt's also still on the IL and unfortunately probably won't return this season. So that's too bad. So anyway, till Tuesday against Atlanta, it'd be great if we could, at least win one of these games in this series. So till then, Cal Next Picker saying, go Cards.